warm out here. 72 degrees. What is it? It's peeking through now. I'm gonna do this right here. I don't like sitting over there with them retarded looking people. Some people look retarded in a motherfucker. Hey, hope this works out pretty good. Let me get my other tablet just in case. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's right. Land of the free because of the brave, and I don't mean a bunch of fake ass immigrant pale skins. All right. Gotta make sure I got my overnight oats, baby. Got some cinnamon. I'm a spoon that. Yes, Lord. Yes. Emmanuel, God within us, not outside or with us. Right, people gonna learn something today. Hopefully. I didn't. You know what? I think I did. Yeah, I did. Did I? Keep on trying. No, I don't want your internet. No. No. Yes. Sorry that I didn't start soon enough. I had to tinkle. I had to go tinkle. I only see 2 likes, and I see 3 of my favorite people. What's up? Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks must we make. Knowledge born is when time and space rock. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates this spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray my heart, her make the patriot. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks must be made. Knowledge what is when the run and bass drop. I rose up, took a shower, purified my auric field. Took copper for a wall to ensure my chlorophyll is pumping. Done some curls for sure. I've more to build. Solid foundation. My crown chakra core and hill. Pound the pavement. Sacred ground. Freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war. Man or woman and child. Resilient of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, shampoo, highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, a humble beast is still a beast. Now feel the beast wrath, rain fire upon them, and the internet forms. What's going on, y'all? I am garlic, red chard, ham, tomato grade. Hey, Andy, niece. Oh, how come I only see 2 likes? I got like 4 or 5 more people and I only got 2 likes. We're gonna get right into it. Social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make. Knowledge born is when time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark. Hold on, onions look good. Onions. Yeah, I'm gonna start doing red onions on my hair. Social media saviors are fakes. Marks once we make. I appreciate it, man. Even some of the guys who are just coming through looking, algorithm, whatever, hit the like, appreciate it. I don't think the algorithm can hit the like though, but it is what it is. It's cool. Dogs catching the frisbee, man. Programming weirdo, strong menstrual shows, the land's contaminated, fruits and vegetables, plant minerals, the water and skies I fry, nuclear chemicals, technology, got me here in front of my desktop, perusing these speech and whatnot, for my best option, contemplating which bar will next spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within a X box off the chart. I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X marks the spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best sport. The great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media saviors are fakes. Marks must we make. Knowledge born is when time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark. Ways the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media In my music, and a lot of this music, it's only talking about the suppressed rising. I mean, the oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So the only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who can have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that. 3-pound pressure, no weight blesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight blesser. Drop the oppressor.
Righteous, what's up, baby? What's happening?
3-pound pressure, no weight blesser. Drop the oppressor.
Good to have you back, man. Absolutely good to have you back, man. My first chew today, man. So I gotta eat my oats, so I'm gonna spit it out here a little bit. I went to the gym, got my workout on, you know what I'm saying? I had to go and work on that tinnitus, you know what I mean? I had to, you know what I mean? I'm getting big and shit. I ain't trying to get big though, man. I mean, I'm getting big, like weird, funky, getting big shit, like for real. Like holy shit, like for real, like I don't know what it is, man. I'm getting big like a motherfucker, bro. I'm losing weight, but I'm weighing myself. How many kilograms? 8. It was about 2. It's a little bit under 260. About 216. About 215 now. It's something. 215 something. But I look bigger. My waist is thick though, you know. I'm thick, like I'm not like I used to be like that. I'm like thick, like I'm like grab you, you know what I mean?
You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump? Gimme, push, step, crush. That's how it all is, and it's like nobody ever stopped.
I'm trying to figure it out. What's going on, guys? Let me get, is this charging? What the hell? What the hell? Okay. I like to let it get damn near about empty, and then I'll put the charge on it, you know. Yeah, charging. Yeah. Okay. Let me turn this down. Chemicals in the tea. Da. Okay, there we go. I just want to be able to see your comments. Who's all up in here? I keep seeing that skinny Russian dude embarrassing the super buff jocks on shorts. What's up? I'm a new subscriber, so Indigenous One channel. I'm still learning, still want to enjoy the wisdom. I appreciate you, Slip Tip. Appreciate it, bro. Appreciate you. Everybody hit that like. Appreciate it. All right. I'm gonna read something here. I know I pulled it up, but you used to hear a certain group of individuals. I'm not here to knock no religious organization or group. Somebody called me about the myrrh thing. I'm like, yo, um, yeah, okay, I don't care about all that. All right. Um, and they don't know the first thing about, because it's the treaty with the U.S. corporation with our people, the sovereign people of the land. Um, if you're born here, you're sovereign to the land. I mean, immigrant or whatever, but we're sovereign by the Constitution and the reality of the fact. The reason why the frauds want to dismiss the Constitution, they can't dismiss it with us. We created it. Not no Mongolian. They ain't created nothing. What has the Mongolian, the Mong, what has they created? They haven't created nothing. Nothing. They didn't write no documents, no literature, nothing. All right. This is why I don't get why y'all argue with people who still have hate and basket in this false vision. I wasn't playing when I said my great grandmother worked in the Indian training school. I think she said a month or something. She said, we was trying to teach them, and some of them kept disappearing, and the food smelled funny. And she remember she tasted it. It was sweet. It was like pork. It was weird, like something. And she said she don't know what meat it was. And y'all know now that they were feeding it back to them, the people they killed. And that's why they were finding all these bones with knives and cuts and all that stuff. So their great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, or maybe great-great, depends. Yeah, I remember it was like the 1930s. So great-grandparents pretty much was eating their own people. And many of them mixed with our people, and they don't want to accept it. It's like a lot of Spaniards, the Basque people who came here, part of the Bolsheviks, and who settled in the South Americas and run around claiming to be indigenous and all this other stuff. Some of them mix with our people, but they're not from here. This is no hate. I'm not saying all, but a lot. Okay, there's a reason why some have bought in and partake in certain things, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? Let me pull this up too. Amazon. Okay. Right. See the NIV. I don't like it. King James, bro. I was traveling, so I wasn't able to pull it up. Okay, was it 21? 21. I should pull the whole thing. I can just quote it, and you can go and find it. In the new NIV and new NIV versions and all of them, they remove something that is very important. Now, y'all know that in order for them to create whatever, they change a lot of stuff. Let's say that they changed it from beforehand because the Bible and religion is all false, and the version of God given is made up to keep us running in circles through every experiment or every reset. But let's say that we're part of the God body, the head, right? Well, how do you keep confusion? You keep the head separated. You've always paid attention to how they kept us separated. I told y'all when our ancestors used to be burning fire in the barrels in the winter out in the corners in the streets, they used to be handing out kites. That's where kites come from. And my great grandmother went, she was part of that in her 40s and 50s when she moved up north to New York, working for them frauds. She had to find out as much as she could. And I know it's hard to accept the narrative. I know, because we don't see that now. We think because they painted the false picture like they did with hip hop and all our music, that it belonged to somebody else. And as you grew up, you ignorantly thought cowboy country music was theirs, which they first form of Satanism or whatever, to give riches from rags and this, that, and other, while doing strange for the change. Even though you don't see it, it's there. You've had Western singers commit atrocious murders, this, that, and other, and be something utilized to say, do not go off our path, and this is what will happen to you. You see that with hip hop. You see that with so-called P. Diddy. P. Diddy was always a homosexual. I don't care what anybody says. Even when, I was in New York, everybody talking about he's a faggot. But regardless of that, not to beat that drum, because it don't sound good. The problem is you have a lot of homosexuals who are masculine who can fight. Don't get it twisted. My godfather Tyrone, he was a faggot, a veteran. He whoop your ass. Now around us, he didn't play that. He wanted to make sure we were men. He shot that shit up like my pops. He always with the women looking for men. But we didn't get to see that part. We knew, but he would not articulate that and put that in our persona. Okay, very respectful man, my godfather Tyrone. My godmother Shirley Strickland, she became one of the top judges in Ohio. I love all of them. You know what I'm saying? So we don't get it twisted. But the problem here in Deuteronomy 28, we always got this black crap and this curse and all that. Yeah, what does black mean? It means pale, to be without melanin, to be less than, or a lighter version of wheat. So who would be cursed, melanated or non? It's not to exclude or include. It's just pointing out things that make things more relevant in this so-called hemisphere of awakening. But what the most pressing thing in there, it expresses, and they removed it, that you must fast and you must pray. Now, prayer, it doesn't mean, I am not saying I'm not saying there's a problem with that. But you got to remember, you think they're going to give you an entitlement or a position to know something that could benefit you and not benefit them? I want y'all to think and look beyond with reasoning and rationale. Would it be more important for them to give you a God and show that they could take their God away? Because you see a lot of brothers get all in religion, they go, and when they find out otherwise, instead of doing further research, they go, Or would it be to give you a version of God, to keep things going awry, and then to give things in different places that you would dismiss it to benefit them? Or would it keep you further from realizing that God is the presence of that which you consider God? Like it says, I am. I am. What is I am? It is plural. It means I exist. I am. AI. The algorithm, the AI, as smart as y'all think it is, ChatGPT, all the information, its abundance is based on this period of time. What is it saying? What it is something convenient to you, based on a narrative, which way you want to paint it or point it in what direction, it's going to give you the best interpretation by chance, based on convenience. Is it the reality and the truth? It's told you some pretty freaky things. All right. Whether y'all saw the video with the road, right? They're pushing all these things, but you saw Stargate, you saw all these different things, and what picture are they painting? Sky's whited out. You don't see the vehicles that are slowly rotating around, monitoring you. When I told you, we have these. Guys can be on a little slip disc and pop down with air. They're better shape than you, and they got pop back up. You must pray. Pray means to speak things into existence, but you don't do it as a collective. I don't think you really get the importance of it, because in convenience, it is convenient for y'all to move in a staggering, ignorant fashion and form. Y'all refuse to come together. You let your mind's eye, that blind one, stare you where the blinders take you. You don't see everything. So you dismiss easily anything that may be plausible in another venture because of this venture over here, which may be very questionable and implausible. People do things in a hemisphere based on the design of what they've been doing because it's convenient, instead of sticking to the root, no matter what is said. I call that cowardice. As I was saying in the video prior, all the things connected, it was acting up. Stop being cowards. You are not afraid. That's convenient based on the misinterpretation of what you don't know. So you accepted the blinder road of direction without seeing beyond it and being focused. They just ramped up for a lot more hires, like damn, I don't know, double, triple of ICE. You don't get it. That's the military. It's not just that they armed the FDA and the FBI and the IRS and that. Well, the FBI already had his little branch, but they didn't arm. The teachers union. They didn't arm up a whole lot of folk. A whole lot of folk that can't stand the conservatives. They can't stand the liberals. It's all one same party. You see that by now. And y'all just don't get it. You don't have to be part of it. How many of y'all have actually held and looked at the civil rights documents? I mean, its entirety, not the fractured bullshit that the fake, who want to give you. How many of y'all have read everything in small print? How many of y'all went back to original establishment of the U.S. corporation in 1913 and really paid attention? Because isn't it funny how you get the OSS, you get the Federal Reserve. Before that, you get the so-called CIA, FBI, whatever, and then Mossad, and all around the same 3 or 4 years. Well, I mean, maybe the different terms and names, but why is it that even with that knowledge, y'all still choose to be so disenchanted? No. What's up? See this, man? I've been trying to call you, but you got that goofy blocking shit on. So, I mean, I sent you the number I told in the video. So, if you want to call it, bro. Because I got some things I want to do that's pretty cool. All right. But, I do my best to help you guys bring a little more balance. I'm about to fast here in a few days. It's important. I knew I should have done it like about a week and a half ago, and I put it off. Don't put nothing off. Don't put off tomorrow what you could do today. So I decided, let me go ahead. As you see, I got my overnight oats, still cut oats, and my cinnamon. I've got minimal vitamins because I don't want to fill my system with them. When it comes to sweets, I still like a certain donut. I'm getting away from that. I have a friend who makes better stuff like me. He makes me these. All right, good guy from Oregon. He had a stroke, and he looks absolutely fabulous. His stroke. He drove himself to the hospital and got the help he needed. And then when I really have a sweet tooth, I'll have one of these every other day, maybe 2. 10 grams of protein, no additives, this, that, and other, dates, blueberries, banana. The way I would make it. I used to make them in New York when I lost all that weight. I have to get to the point where I accept the responsibility of self. And the responsibility of self is to know better about the things out there. A lot of things that I've utilized are pretty much with some toxins. I've gotten a better, I'll make a post about it. I hope y'all guys look for it with certain things that are more beneficial, teas, and if you're going to eat a cereal, certain milks, if you still partake in that, certain fats. But sometimes you've got to let the body reset so it can kick back on. And that is one of the most trivial, if not hardest things to do. It comes with a lot of issues that may consummate a relationship of knowledge and pain. You have to overcome it. You dig what I'm saying? We have to push forward in a time where we keep going back to a period of, I would say, maybe 1463. By the definition of the 1,000 year, whether you want to say, added or addition. We have to look at when it really fell. Hollywood made us think the way they dress, the Victorian era and all that, which was not the Victorian. By definition, it is, I guess. But was part of tartar because it was clean. It was all linen and cotton and silk and real satin. It was not garbage. It was not petroleum-based products because that did not exist. Our people keep talking about reparations. Why would they give reparations to a people who are the heirs to the land? But because you keep listening to Newsom and all these individuals, why is that y'all keep listening to these Umars? And because y'all keep following certain pages that keep pushing those narratives? Why are y'all still subscribed to them? What is it you need to hear or see? You need to see it to be prepped when you're not prepping? Now, I'm just wondering, you have Trumil, you have Lex Will, for those who still follow, you have Dane, you have myself, you have Lonewolf, West Side. To my share, a lot of people's stuff out. Saw him today over at a what you call Sprouts. I was like, yo, everybody's thing to do. It was important for me. I have so much more to share, but sometimes people don't have the patience. How much did I push last week about patience? They move in a way, if you pay attention, that is very combative. If people are so racist and they hate you or myself, right? Why stick around? Why be here when you can go back and do all that fighting over there, worried about Africans and Muslims and all that other ignorant stuff? Why remain here when they can't even pay attention to the reality of the situation? You're not going to get reparations. And if they do give it, it's because greed, because they gotten them. They have made a deal with the devil, per se. What devil? Anyway, they move too fast. They move with false anticipation, and they move in a way, there's absolutely by design. I don't want to harken on that a whole lot. Y'all should see that. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, y'all are capable of so damn much more. Like, that's not enough. But you refuse. Like it says in Deuteronomy, because you refuse God's. There's 365 or 66 commandments. They gave you 10, which is a commonality, based on white ideology to push them in a certain vector. Yet you refuse to see these commandments, to which they extrapolated into being laws, because they have to move on policies and procedures, which alludes to those being policies and procedures in order to be connected to the source when the source is already in you. You see in the blinders of focus and the misdirection, the sleight of hand, remember? Right? Yet the thumb is always there. Nor is it not. I do my best to entertain your position. I started out with a whole lot of venues of cursing and cussing and blah, 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 what you think is curses. They're not. Well, to a state they are, because their words that speak power. All right? Cussing. What is cussing? It's nothing. Absolutely nothing. Unless I'm spell casting, which is creating a form of frequency. Another misdirect, or a focus of directing you into a certain kaleidoscope of a messed up frequency ordained by something other than what's just natural. Y'all feel like you're outside of the natural order, right? You feel that unnatural, right? That's that kaleidoscope of discombobulated crap. You want to get back into the true vision, the true vision. You want to be able to see straight, right? Not just go, ah. Well, adrenochrome makes them go, ah. Sexual perversions make them go, ah. Things that are not natural and normal that can make you stroke out, 3D and stuff, right? Ah, it's coming on, it's in my face, right? It's not natural though. The food you eat entices you and controls you, and you want more, but is it natural? It is not natural. Do you see what I'm saying? Now you see what balance may be. Now I say, if you're going to read Deuteronomy 28 or any scripture, read it all and ask questions. Don't just read it based on what somebody else puts out there to point in a certain direction, right? Remove them and allow yourself to see. Okay? Please. All right, stop being caught in the fracas of religion and the ideologies that go along with the Babylonian construct to which you're actually created and you're living. Has it been done before? Absolutely. Then move like you know it has been done and stop partaking and practicing it. If you're with somebody who you don't like and you always feel a certain way, remove yourself. Put yourself in a better detail of position. If you're traveling in something that you don't like, do your best to speak another vernacular into existence. And don't force yourself. Allow it as if you are seeking that place of meditation of quietness, you know, right? Perpetual relationship with self, for that to speak, which is already known to you, instead of attempting to make it. Put it down, make it so. You're going to be tested the moment you do it. When the tests are going to be very viral, just know you are comforted. Okay? We don't have to talk about Venezuela and this, that, and the other, and all this new Jamaica joining the what you call it because of the new world, whatever the spin. This is your land. This is the old world. Move like you know it. They've been digging up your ancestors and your people, walking around high and mighty, because it tells you you'll be brought down below and they'll be brought above. But there's a calling. They can't stop it. And I don't care what they do. Trust me. They should have stopped 100 years ago, based on their time, 100 years or whatever you want to call it. But you don't want them to stop. You don't want them to stop. What you're capable of is beyond comparison, especially you damn women. I remember one time me and Lana were making love, and she got up on top. Not to be explicit, I'm being very direct, like comedy-wise. And she got and I was down there. I thought she was going to suck me up, man. I said, wait. You got to get up off me. You got to, I felt like all of me was getting ready to leave. I ain't talking about a good way. I was like, something ain't right. I think I was like 17. And I was like, well, looking at her face looked like light, I mean, how many so-called, listen, how many so-called crater impacts are there on Earth? Somebody look it up and put it up, please. Please look it up. How many meteorite impact craters are on Earth? Well, y'all type fast. What's Hey, Shy City, what's up, beloved? Nah, you don't have to thank me. Hey, Tolo, what's up, Cherokee? What's going on? We rich forever. You already know. How many impacts? Don't stop. Come on, somebody, bump below this. Absolutely. I had someone ask me yesterday Eastern Star. Heck no. People. Well, we're not. None of that, right? Yet, it's all misplaced stuff. You know what I mean? It's sometimes some of y'all, come on now, tell me how many crater impact zones. I know maybe 3 or 4. Google it, damn it. That's well known. It's documented how many crater impact zones, the meteorite, so-called meteorite. There ain't no meteorites. How many impact zones is on our so-called part of Earth? Damn it, Google it. And before the flood. So they changed it up. They're going to lie. Because now they know everybody's getting close and they want to keep you further away from the truth. They're going to say, no, they're going to say a dozen. All right. They're going to, no, they're going to say a dozen. Listen. They're going to say between 15 million years, this is the bullshit, okay? 3 to 7, 6 to 7, 600 to 300 miles. But when you go 4 billion years ago, blah, 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 they're going to push about dozens to 100. There were 200. Okay? There were too damn 100. 200. This over the whole beginning of the, what you call it, it was 200 impact zones. Meteor after the flood. I mean, before the flood, excuse me, before the flood. How the fuck would they know? Well, let me tell you this. How many angels fell? Deep research. Just like they remove prayer and meditation, fasting and prayer, which is meditation. That's all prayer is. Didn't Emmanuel, God with us, go into the Yosemite and after fasting and meditate, and they turned it into prayer? Pull it up. It's all there still. You can still find it. There's up to 200 meteor impact zones, major, before the flood. How many angels fell to earth? 200. Yaziel, Ezekiel, Azael, whatever the damn names. I read them before. 190 to 200. Why are they hiding that? They are disembodied spirits or energy, right? That were changed to not be able to go back to where they came from. They ain't going no damn where. They just physically can't do nothing. Well, at least that was what people were told. For a wedding. That's right. Then why would they remove it? Because you're waking up for real. Vehicles. How come y'all never pay attention to the meteor impacts of war to world? Who came to prep before the major coming, right? Look. What about the story in Haiti when they defeated the so-called French and the women were up on the ridges of those great castles and the hilltops and they were meditating and they were causing the people, the ground to become liquid, just like here, the flood. And the people's teeth were falling out, the eyes, they were melting, faces were melting, they were dropping dead on the spot. France pulled out and said, we can't fight that because it was not guns and cannons no more and explosives. It was not the old Tartarian weapons that were falling because everything went out of order. They were making them perish. Our men stood back. They knew what to do. Read the stories. What's happening? Read the stories. This is not to be contested. It doesn't matter what anybody says and thinks with their pseudo stuff. They can dismiss the truth all they want. It don't stop being the truth. They refuse to give their blood types to big Jews and the natives. Yet a lot of us served with them and we know a lot of their blood types. And dumb niggas still are betrayers or the families of those, or the actors. Like that congressman that told you, all the aborigines, they ain't went back and sat in front of a bunch of dumb bitch old motherfuckers from the church. I'm sorry, I made a mistake and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. They can hate it all they want. There are more of them telling the truth than anybody than half of us. Shit. Now these days. I remember being in England and a dude came up to me and says, you know who you are, right? And I was like, yeah, I know who I am. I'm the real Indian. He's like, oh, you're more than that. Oh, yeah, you that. Shit, y'all built all this shit. He was pointing that Big Ben. Remember I told you who invented the big clock? The fact that last little holdout when they were killing our people, London Bridge, as it was falling. London, who the fuck was singing about London Bridge is falling down, falling, and all cheering and dancing and shit. Ring around the posy. Who the fuck was singing about their fucking place falling apart? Nobody wants to think about that. 1 little, 2 little, 3 little niggas, 4 little, 5 little, 6 little niggas, 7 little, 8 little, 9 little niggas, 10 little niggas, boys and girls. Agatha Christie, where did she get it from? 10 little Indians. How about Kunta Kinte is an African? It's not even an African fucking word. We don't want to get into the Black Panther. Or in Egypt, all those gods' heads are indigenous to this fucking land. How could people be so discombobulated by the Farrakhan's and this and that and that? How can they be so fucking lost? Why do y'all refuse to come together? I ain't talking about the Rainbow Coalition, which was the truth that brought everybody together, which sadly allowed a couple of fucking monkeys to come in there. Huh? Then they had to later pervert it so we wouldn't take on it. The real Rainbow Coalition was all of us getting together who are tied. A lot of the natives that were murdered, who didn't want to conform to this shit, well, those were the strong ones. They'll be the peacekeepers, the rewarded ones. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. They won't be standing down there while I'm looking at their ass. No, they won't be there. If these motherfuckers are, look, they pushing them carriages. We made them. Man. Usury. We have to look up usury again? Not really there. Military is guarding the Grand Canyon. Don't worry. Something's going to happen. Them motherfuckers going to be breaking camp trying to get the hell up out of there. I know I've seen that. So, look, they need a whole lot of folk to murder all these fake Jews. I hate saying like that, but hypothetically, I don't believe in all that violence and stuff. But the way things are looking and what I've been listening to, holy shit. Um, and they're real quiet about it. They need to make something happen that should never happen. And a lot of y'all gonna get caught up in it, sadly, because y'all don't know how to make proper choices and decisions because you refuse. Ganja was a fucking idiot. We don't need more people being stupid. We really don't. All right? Seriously. When I was growing up, ain't no light-skinned woman, none against my light-skinned sisters and brothers, had big booties. These motherfuckers walking around here with asses like straight up pears and shit. What the fuck did it come from all the gene manipulation and stuff? Shots and to change the narrative while they're going to make China the new America. With China, a lot of them people saying hell no, but that's where it's going. Their influence is over there. They met with the president over there and they got things. Look at what they did to Vietnam, the Philippines. Oh, come on, man. They done started buying and building and like, look, man, hey, man, this business is part of what's going on. I'm just saying, all right? It ain't like nobody can see it. Them people are crying on TikTok. You can see it all over TikTok. Yeah, I'm back on TikTok. Leave me alone. It's James Branch. That's the name you gotta look up. I ain't put my Lucifer and all that because it scares people and all that other shit. My real fucking name. All right. But yeah, I'm back on the motherfucker. Let me see if I'm back on that bitch. Yeah, I'm back on fucking Flicky Flock. Let me turn it up right. God damn. I'm trying to charge this little bastard up. It's slow as hell. Here you go with this slow ass shit. Metro PCS stop. Okay. I mean, I didn't put a face on it. I'll put a face on it. Oh, it's Red Wolf. Oh, my face is there. I'm sorry. I'm just playing. All right. So it's Red Wolf. Excuse me. Okay, I haven't uploaded nothing yet because I've been watching people. I ain't uploading shit. Stop. No. God damn it. I'm gonna Chinese New Year's, baby. Okay. Y'all come over there, and when I get a bunch of people, when I get about 500 people, I'll go ahead and upload a couple of nice little videos. Nothing too controversial because they want to censor every goddamn thing. It's one of my old accounts. They uncensored, they unblocked, and all that. All right. But I'll probably be showing a lot of stuff with truck builds like that because it's fun. All right. Now I might read over there too. And I mean, literally, I don't get caught up in the little debates and all that dumb stuff over there and run around with tinfoil on my head and all that other biggie bucky shit. All right. But I'm just saying. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm back on it. But anyway. Y'all give everything I talked about a look. Give it a once over, and I appreciate you guys. All right. I'm about to spit this shit out. I'm about to eat my damn oats. Get myself hopped up with the proper minerals. This is the mineral water I drink. I know I never showed this to y'all before because I didn't think I would say, but it's called Sokasuni. All right. The German one I stopped drinking it because I reached out to the company. Then I reached out to an independent study who said they found some stuff in it, and they said that they were finding heavy metals and stuff. So in my German stuff, I'm like, and I reached over there. Actually, the shit was being made here. It's Volvic. It's nice. It's good. You know, and it pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. Do you watch Tariq Nasheed? If so, what do you think about the FBA? Fuck the FBA. Me and Westside did a video on them Fuck all of them. Fuck anything with black out of Africa. Fuck all that. I have brothers and sisters in that so-called new place called Africa who know they're not from there. They're 3 to 4 generations separated from Marcus Garvey and all that. They want to come back. They hate it. All right? Seriously. And they're pissed off. We went over there and made fucking war. Do y'all know that? Yeah. Hundreds of thousands of our fucking people, if not a million or two, went over there and started fucking shit up. We created pretty much the West Coast. Don't stop listening to all these new world, new era, new fake ass things because our people over there talking blah, 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 blah now. And, you know, that's cool. Rhythm. It's beautiful. I like it. I downloaded some videos. Well, they're doing it. But we are not the fucking same. FBA, they could take that Zionist black shit that's pushed by agents. They could take all that shit. They could take it right back and shove it up their ass. You got an identity or you're running around a crayon color, to which in law, and they're not lying because I studied law, black is dead in law. Their law, their fake ass law, just like this language is our language. And it's Semitic. Yes, look into it. People don't like looking into those things because it's convenient. Take them bitches off. Free yourself. Why is the whole world speaking our language? Real simple, people. It's not complicated. Yo, what's going on, BJ? What's happening, beloved? It's not hate. I'm talking about sometimes we got to get assertive and we got to push in the proper direction and stop pushing in the most wrong direction because we keep our people running in fucking circles, holding on to their narratives. And I don't know how anybody does that because they're comfortable. We're not dismissing what they're doing for them. Do what the fuck they do for them. I don't care. Fast and meditate, goddammit. And look, anytime you burn any of this shit, know what the fuck you're doing. Because it opens doors and windows and shit. And a lot of you ain't ready for what may come through them motherfuckers. I'm serious. All right? I worked out today. I went and took me a nice, cool shower. I walked out that bitch, right? My hair's curly, right? Especially on top, right? And Mom said, yeah, man, I know your hair was brown. You ginger. I was like, nigga, I got ginger right here. Keep talking that ginger shit. Yeah, my hair's brown, motherfucker. I ain't never been not brown, motherfucker. But what does that got to do with you doing looking at my head? And the other guys were laughing. Oh, you know he working. That's Chuck. Oh, I'm like, I don't even know you, man. You looking at my head? What the fuck else you looking at, nigga? What the fuck? Something make y'all laugh. Yeah, but for real. Anyway, I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna go ahead and dig into my cinnamon. Oh, I got my cinnamon right there with some blueberries. Chat with you guys later. I know I didn't read, but I read you. All right. Remember, it's not about hate. Don't even articulate that shit. All right. We don't separate. We don't have to divide anyone. There are many of them who respect us. They've accepted reality and they realize, oh shit. They know that, listen here, Jesse Owens and all them brothers that went over there, Hitler didn't hate them, he loved them. All of them like shit, shaking their hands and everything. And regardless of it being the other Hitler. Because they killed the real one early on. Now motherfuckers starting to realize Abe Lincoln was a Negro, by definition. Ooh. Wow. You know, I know my material's not good enough to get paid and shit, but I appreciate y'all regardless, all right? Take that, all right? I just paid you guys. Chat with you guys later.